Hey everyone, today we're diving into the fascinating world of statistics to explore probability, distributions, histograms, and normal curves. These concepts might sound intimidating, but trust me, they're super useful for understanding data and making predictions. So, grab your thinking caps and let's get started. Imagine you're planning a road trip. A probability distribution is like your map showing you all the possible destinations' outcomes and how likely you are to end up at each one. Let's say we flip a coin. There are two possible outcomes, heads or tails. A fair coin has a 50% probability for each. This simple example is a discrete probability distribution. We can list out all possibilities and their probabilities. Now, think about waiting for a bus. The waiting time could be any value within a range. This is a continuous probability distribution. Instead of listing individual probabilities, we use a function to describe the likelihood of waiting for a certain amount of time. Okay, we have our data roadmap. Now, let's build a visual. That's where histograms come in. A histogram is a bar graph that organizes data into bins, showing how many data points fall into each bin. For example, a test score. Let's say we have a bunch of test scores. We can group the scores into ranges, for example, 60-70, 70-80, etc., and create a histogram showing how many students scored within each range. The shape of the histogram tells us a lot about the data. Is it evenly distributed? Does it have multiple peaks? Is it skewed to one side? Histograms help us spot patterns and outliers. Time for our main attraction, the normal curve. This bell-shaped curve is one of the most important distributions in statistics. The normal curve is symmetrical, with the highest point at the mean average. Many things in nature and in our world tend to follow a normal distribution. Heights, weights, blood pressure, even errors in measurement. The normal curve is defined by two key parameters, the mean and the standard deviation. The mean tells us the center, and the standard deviation tells us how spread out the data is. A small standard deviation means the data is clustered tightly around the mean, while a large standard deviation means it's more spread out. Here's the magic. The normal curve lets us calculate probabilities. The area under the curve represents the total probability 100. If we want to know the probability of a value falling within a certain range, we can find the area under the curve for that range. For example, what's the probability of someone being taller than 6 feet? We use tables or software to find these areas, but the key is understanding that the normal curve gives us a powerful tool for making predictions.
These concepts aren't just for textbooks. They're used everywhere, predicting stock prices, designing medical treatments, optimizing manufacturing processes, and even understanding customer behavior. So, next time you encounter data, remember the power of probability distributions, histograms, and the normal curve. They're your secret weapons for unlocking insights and making smarter decisions. That's all for today's data dive. I hope you're feeling empowered to explore the world of statistics.